Good afternoon, I think we'll go with afternoon, everyone. My friends, this morning was a tremendous occasion. It was the culmination of years of anticipation and many labors. This morning, as Matthew and Eva stood underneath the chuppah, I was winning a bet. Rewind to August 2000. An 18-year-old Matthew Conti is moving into his new home in Fennell Hall on the campus of SUNY Oswego. As we passed a laundry room on his floor, he remarked, "Hey Jesse, I bet you that I'll meet my wife doing laundry in this laundry room." I replied, $20, and I'm not gonna forget. As we know now, Matthew did not meet his partner in a laundry room, rather in the open air markets of Israel by an olive stand. It's funny how we never seem to expect when and where we'll find those people we decide to make a life with. It may be far off in a foreign land, or you may live in the same building for a year before your paths cross. As is common knowledge at this point, Matthew did not enjoy my company in the earlier years of our life. It seemed he was more interested in selling me off. I learned how to pick locks thanks to my big brother, who would often lock him and his friends in his room. When they emerged to have more fun, it was usually at my expense. Once when I was about 8 or 9, Matthew and Ian Spiro, where are you? Wave, wave. Yeah, this one's for you. They emerged from his room to teach me a brand new swear word, friggle. To my credit, I did not initially believe them. Not until they engineered a phone call for my benefit. I was to call Brian Elnicki, raise your hand, you're somewhere over there, you were in on this too. I was to call Brian Elnicki and repeat this brand new extension of my vocabulary to prove to them that it wasn't a real word. I hadn't considered the possibility that he was in on it as well. I ended up begging and pleading with the three of them not to tell my parents I'd been using such foul language over the phone. Though many of my interactions with Matthew prior to his departure for college seemed like torture, some were blessings in disguise. From the time I was in first grade, I had to attend some of the most god-awful middle school choir concerts you could possibly imagine. Well, it really must have traumatized me. When it was my turn to join choir, joining didn't seem like a choice. Matthew had done it, I wanted to be like Matthew, and so it was. 13 years later, I still attend middle school choir concerts, but now as a director. My musical exploits would have never begun had I not admired and emulated my big brother, and had his support for my endeavors been so unwavering and full of fraternal pride. And so now, Matthew's responsible for bringing one more musician into the family. In vocalist circles, we call marrying a piano player marrying for accompaniment. While the Poulenc books she has lent me will be beyond my skill level for many years to come, it's good to know that I will have a new musical cohort, and someone who will understand jokes like a C, an E flat, and a G go into a bar. The bartender looks at the triad and says, "Sorry, but we don't serve minors." Together, Matthew and Eva bring out the best in each other. Their home is always an open, warm, and inviting place. I would like to mention that's also thanks to me, based on the number of times I've helped them move. They've become quite the team in the kitchen, providing many wonderful Shabbos meals for us in the Santa Cruzes. My big brother and my new big sister-in-law have given me a wonderful example of what it means to be young and in love. And like my musical career before, I will only be so lucky to continue to emulate that model which they have provided. I love you both very much, and I look forward to the adventures that we'll share together. But as I've said in speeches before, I always like to end a quotation. And Matthew, I feel there's a very befitting one for our current situation. Show me the money.
And folks, if you want to relax, dinner will be served momentarily.